Hello. Ooh, it's a little dark in my room. Share it everywhere. I wanna kill her and in the fortnight. Live now. At every moment. Cool. Cool. I probably should have been a bit. It's so dark in my room. Should I turn on the light? Hi Nova. I just came home from work like not even 3 minutes ago, probably. Hi Flowery, hi Declan. It is a bit dark in my room. Sorry. I'm one of those people who don't like to turn on the big light. I'm a little light girl. Wearing my Grant Perez shirt for funsies. How's everybody's day? Hi Fika. Guys, I have a lot to talk about today. Not even talk2tiffi related, just new Taylor album, the things I've been watching and reading lately. I just got freaking vouchers for Taco Bell. Basically like this thing. It's called Feed the Beat. It's like a program that they give musicians vouchers for food places. I got a bunch of vouchers for Taco Bell. So that's crazy. We do have Taco Bell. There's locations in Jesmond, Blacktown, Albion Park, Bellina, Green Square, Orange, Haymarket, Barangaree, Chatswoods, Emerald Hills, Bathurst, and Cessnock. I'd probably only go to 2 of these, but that's kind of cool. I've never had vouchers for anything, and it comes in like a fun little plastic. So that's really fun. I'm kind of tired. The store I worked at today, it's one of my other jobs. Like, it's not my main job that I work on the side, apart from music. So apart from music, I have 2 other jobs. And the one job I work at quite frequently, and the other job I just work at because I like my coworkers. I don't really get that many shifts there. I just work there because I like it. But it's like the reason why there's not a lot of shifts is because it's a really quiet store. Rate Taco Bell for me a 10 out of 10. Not gonna lie, Taco hits. Taco Bell hits. Like, I think it's really good. Like, I like it. I really like the crunch wrap. It's yummy. I don't really eat the tacos though, even though it's called Taco Bell. But what was I saying? Okay, I was looking at the place where I don't get a lot of shifts, and it's because it's such a quiet store. But today it was actually not bad. Like, it was pretty, like, I did a $500 sale, which is like at my regular job, not that crazy, but at this job, pretty crazy. Kind of crazy. 2 jobs sounds exhausting. I think music is more exhausting than 2 of my jobs combined. Those 2 jobs combined. I think probably because when you care about something, it's more tiring because you put more effort into it. Like, I can clock on at my retail jobs and I don't give a fuck. Like, I just don't care. So, not that I don't try at work, but it's like it's not like my passion. I know I won't be there forever, so I don't care. But music is definitely the most tiring out of all the jobs. What are you having for breakfast, Aaliyah? GYG over Taco Bell? I like GYG for the nacho fries. Like, they do the fries and then guacamole and sour cream, and that's really good and yummy. And I like the bowls. But other than that, I don't really eat the tacos either at GYG. I don't ever think I've had like a good taco. Australia like doesn't have good Mexican food, I reckon. I mean, I still like it though because I'm basic. But what's your favorite music genre? To listen to or to create? To create, I'd say like indie music. To listen to, I think it'd be rock or punk rock. Produce more songs like See or Good Morning Love. I love them both so much. I like See a lot, but I didn't produce that one. Wasn't my vision. So, but I did write that song. I really like See. See's one of my favorite songs on my discography, actually. A long time ago, when my first EP came out, I did a Twitch stream to celebrate, and I played See acoustically on the stream because I knew that was like a fan favorite. A lot of people like that one. No Taco Bell here. I have cereals with lots of blueberries and stuff, and some chocolate and a big coffee. Yum! I do like blueberries. I think I spent a lot of my life thinking I didn't like blueberries, but I don't hate them. They're alright, actually. Tiffy is my favorite genre. Yay! Do you find it hard to write music? Sometimes. There has been years. I'm saying like full on years where I just had like a creative block and I couldn't write anything. But I think that sometimes the songs I like the most always come easily to me. Like I wrote Chemtrails pretty quickly. I think I wrote that in 3 hours. Including like the production. Of course, it took a lot longer than 3 hours to finish. Like it took probably a couple months to like mix and master and do all the vocals again, fix the production. But the main idea was pretty much done in 3 hours. And a lot of the songs I really love came really quickly to me, but a lot of them took a really long time as well. Sometimes I do find it hard because I have big imposter syndrome where I just feel like everything that I want to say has already been said better than I can say it. So why would I write a song about it kind of thing? It's so dark in my room. I feel bad for you guys. I'm gonna go over here. See acoustically. Yes, that song I wrote, it was only like a minute, I think. I just wrote it really quickly and I sent it to City Girl just in a voice note on my phone. And they used it on the actual song. So in the actual song you can hear me playing the guitar lowly and you can hear that some of the things that I'm singing don't sound perfect because I was just recording it so I wouldn't forget it. I wasn't like performing it. And they used that take, which I think is really cool because it's like it was really raw and organic. Could you recommend some pop rock music? What's my favorite? Well, to be honest, when I say pop rock or like punk rock, I just listen to a lot of Blink-182 and All Time Low. Those are the two bands I really like. Yeah, a lot of that. I went to the All Time Low concert. It was great. It was probably the best concert I've been to in my entire life. Like I said, Prodigy bangers whenever she wants. I'm definitely not a prodigy. I didn't figure out how to make music and write songs until I was probably 13. So definitely not prodigy. But thank you. I wish I was a prodigy. Talking about producing, do you know of any other song Alice Ivy produced? Alice Ivy's produced a lot of music. Let me try and pull up her profile, but she has her own artist project. But Alice Ivy is credited on a lot of songs because she's a really prolific producer. Let me see if I can find, because it should have Alice Ivy Spotify, or maybe on Genius. Oh, she worked on Morat's Teeth, the song Teeth. She worked on Morat with that. She's worked with Jude York. She also did Butterfly Blue. She's worked with Thelma Plum. Oh, she's actually done a lot of music. Mordred York. Of course, Chemtrails. She did Chemtrails. She's made a lot of cool music. I don't know if you guys know this about me. I don't think you do, but I really like horror movies. I watched American Psycho, and I heard that the book was a lot gorier than the movie, so I bought the book. And I'm kind of scared to read it because I heard it's really scary, like not scary, but really gory and like really graphic. Not that that's ever scared me before because I've read lots of really graphic books. But it was kind of funny. I went into the bookstore. And I was like, do you guys have a copy of American Psycho? And they were like, are you over 18? Like they looked at me like I was a 12-year-old, like, are you over 18? I was like, yes, very much over 18. I've started reading Dune. Oh, see, I never got into Dune. I heard a lot of people liked the second movie. Hey, is it good? Like, what is it about? I actually have no idea. It was so popular, but I don't really know why. And like, I never really knew like the storyline. We will get to reading texts shortly. Just gonna open it up. It slaps, does it? What is it about? Will you give me a little synopsis? I haven't checked my messages in so long. Okay. Who's calling this number? Don't call the number. No one will pick up. The phone is dead half the time, and I leave it at the office sometimes too. Oh, by the way, I hope you guys liked Chemtrails. I hope you liked the video and the song. I was really excited to share it with you guys because I worked so hard on it. And yeah, it got played on national radio. It's really exciting. A lot of you guys actually heard me on the radio speaking, and that was really exciting. And I'm really proud of it, and I hope you like it. And there's a lot of cool stuff coming as well. People are texting me as we speak. If you hear those little dings, okay. Yes, Chemtrails is already on repeat for me. I'm so glad. It's actually one of my favorite songs. And my brother, who's like a total like music elitist, he likes it too. So I'm gonna take that as a win. Let me show you this lip balm I bought. It's like a little honey pot. I mean, everyone has these, but it's like the honey pot one. But then it comes with like a honey stick. So you like do it, and then you put lip balm on like it's a honey pot. I don't know. I just really like the novelty of it. So I'll show you. Like you take out lip balm, and then you put it on with the honey stick. Isn't that fun? Isn't that so fun? I mean, I wish I had somewhere that I could store the honey stick. You know, like put it. Because right now I'm just like, I refuse to even bring this outside because I'll lose the damn honey stick. But it's so fun. Like, they made putting on lip balm so fun. I also went to the store to get my mum some stuff for Mother's Day because it's in a week. 2 weeks? A week? In Australia, at least. And I'm so excited because she has this brand of hand cream that she really likes, but they discontinued it in Australia. So I can't find it anymore, but she used to really like it. And then I found it at a TK Maxx because they have everything. And now I regret not getting more. I kind of want to go back and get more, but the store is kind of far away. It's probably like a 40-minute thing, like commute away. But I just love TK Maxx. Like the fact that you can get things for cheaper, it makes me feel so good about myself. I think it's my Asian genes, but a good bargain. A good bargain just makes me feel so good inside. Like knowing that I saved money on something makes me feel so good. My cat is fascinated by the honey stick. It's so fun. And also I just have like a little like mini fascination with like things that are meant to be big, like human size, but they're like tiny little, like a tiny size. Like, this is like a honey stick a mouse would use. There's TK Maxx. Yes, there's TK Maxx in Fairfield and Parramatta. I only know the Western Sydney locations because that's where I live, but I'm sure there's heaps. There's heaps, I think. And it's the best. I have bought so much cool stuff at TK Maxx, like things that are discontinued or things that they only sell in the US, and you can just find them, or like you can find designer clothes there for like really cheap. Yeah. It's really nice. They're always selling like Nike stuff, Adidas stuff, or like Juicy Couture, Betsy Johnson. They just sell it there for like cheap. I have no idea where they get these things from, but and then like things will be on clearance, but it's not like clearance items, so that like clearance items that people wouldn't want. It's like stuff I would buy normally, but it's just on clearance. They sell toys. It's the best. I personally love TK Maxx. TK Maxx and Kmart, love of my life, love of my damn life. Okay. Let's read a message. Yeah. Well, people are learning things. Now people know that there's Taco Bell and TK Maxx in Australia. Kmart's things are great. I'm not gonna lie. I love Kmart so much, and I buy so much stuff from Kmart. I think it's actually the best place. But Targets in Australia are no bueno. No bueno. I know it's the other way in America, that Kmart is like the shit version, and then Target's like the crazy good version. But here, Kmart has the fucking sauce, and Target has nothing. I don't understand why people shop at Target. Like, what business do you have to? In Target, it's always so messy, and I don't blame the workers for that, because it's just people have no manners. Like, they just pick stuff up and then throw it on the ground. Went to Westfield today and everything was on sale. Dude, I want to go shopping. I wish I had more time. If I didn't have to stream today, I would be in TK Maxx right now shopping. Because after work, I went to TK Maxx. It's in the same shopping center, and I was like, looking around, having a shop. And then when I had to go home because I had to stream, not that I don't want to be here, but also my love for TK Maxx is immense and strong. Okay, we have a message from WhatsApp. It says, "Hi Tiffy, first time sending something through. I hope it's okay. I would really appreciate your thoughts on my current situation because I don't have anyone to talk to about this, and I love your music. My name is Lo. I'm a male. I just turned 17. I'm about to go into second term of the first semester of an engineering degree at the University of Canterbury, Christchurch. However, I hate engineering, and I want to be a musician. Oh, some background: I've been playing guitar since late 2013, when I was 7, and started making music in early 2020. During my high school finals and prior study, I wasn't sleeping much, eating much, seeing my friends, playing with my dog, or playing guitar or making music. For those 3 months, I was just studying. I graduated high school right before my 17th birthday. Now I'm doing engineering. I realized for the first term, so first 6 weeks of uni, I had done exactly the same thing every day. I got up at 6 a.m. and studied till 9 p.m. every day. I slept poorly, I ate badly, I couldn't see my friends, play with my dog, or make any music. During this mid-sem break, I tried to readjust back into previous day-to-day life, but things just didn't feel right. My mom recently found out that I've been up until 2 a.m. every night writing songs and making music, even during uni time. Of course, she doesn't support me doing this, but I'm starting to think my parents don't support me spending my time making music in general. My parents are quite disciplinary, mainly because other people have hinted at this. I never really wanted to be an engineer. They wanted me to. Now I feel like I'm just doing what they want, and it's bad for my physical and mental health. I think since graduating high school, I've subconsciously known that their views are becoming a problem for me. I've never shared any of my music with them or much about myself recently. I'm just closed off. I'm pansexual, first time saying that, and I was going to come out to them, but now I don't think that I will. Most engineering students are Kiwi dudes with mullets, mustaches, jorts, and skateboards. Crying face. In Christchurch, being Christchurch, I hear a lot of homophobic, misogynistic, and racist things coming from students, which is really gross, and I hate campus. I really thought uni would be different. I know engineering isn't for me. I want to make music, collaborate, travel, and talk to people. The thought of doing what I'm told, finishing this degree, living day to day, and spending my life not doing what I want is weighing on my mind badly. I need to make a decision sooner rather than later. I talked to a qualified person about this, and they basically suggested that I need to talk to my parents. But I can't really talk to my parents about this anymore. They would have endless arguments because of finances, because unfortunately, most things in life end up boiling down to numbers. They said they refuse me to do music or even try, and that I'll need a stable job. I want to drop out and do music, but I don't know how, and I fear I'll lose support from my parents financially too. Get kicked out of home and leave myself with nowhere to go. I can't do both because I'm constantly burnt out and I can't put in enough time for either of them. After trying to get through to my parents for the last 3 weeks, I'm starting to get angry with them. I want to give up trying to convince them. I think I know what I have to do. I'm just scared things could go badly, but it might be worth it. I probably won't catch your next live stream because I'll be back at uni. If you don't end up reading this one, it's all good. Thanks, Tiffy. Love the new song. Ooh. Well, you've come to the right place. I'm just kidding. I can't solve all your problems. Obviously, I don't know your life 100%, but I can share a very similar thing that happened to me. So I grew up with 3 older siblings. Phone number leak, it is not my actual phone number. It is a phone number for a different phone. Hi, Angel. Thank you. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you. I can just say, so to quickly summarize what I just read, the message I just read is about a boy. He's starting his engineering degree. He's 17. He's in his first year of uni. He lives in Christchurch. He really dislikes uni because he doesn't want to be an engineer. He wants to be a musician. And a lot of people on campus in Christchurch, in his experience, are misogynistic or racist, or just like it's not a welcoming environment. So I grew up with 3 siblings older than me, and all 3 of my siblings and my whole family are just very academically talented. And to the point where, like, you know, my siblings got scholarships for things. They got into really great schools. Like, they were in the top 5 schools in New South Wales. That's where they went to high school. They went to uni. They got double degrees. They got masters. I barely graduated high school. And I never applied for uni. And I think that I'm very lucky because the realization came to me a bit earlier that I wanted to pursue music and see where it went. The fact is that my parents were not happy about it. I'm also Asian, and it's like being a musician is essentially freelancing and working for yourself. And that's just like not an accepted profession, especially among immigrants and stuff like that, because of course it comes from a good place. Your parents just worry about you. They want you to have a good life. They want you to make money. But at the end of the day, it is your life. And nobody can. And a few years later, my mom told me this, that my parents were so upset when I didn't apply for uni. They were so upset with me. My dad told me it's really important as a young person to go to school because it changes who you are, and you can tell when people didn't go to uni, etc. The years have passed now. Like, that was years ago, right? Hi, Pedro. And my mom told me, she was like, you have always been braver than me. Like, and I told her, like, I'm really worried I made the wrong choice and that my music is gonna not go anywhere, and I should have just went to school and I should have just done a normal job. I don't know why I'm about to cry. But my mom told me, like, nobody can knock you for trying. She's like, you're a lot braver than me than I could ever be for just giving it a try. And you know what? Like, I feel the same way about it. I mean, I was very lucky that by the end of high school, like, I had already, you know, kind of made a little bit of an impact with my music. Like, I did have a really small following. My following is still small, but yeah, I had a small following, and that was really lucky for me. But at the end of the day, like, it wasn't anything. Like, it's not like I would go outside and people would recognize me. It's not like I was making lots of money off my music. I essentially told my parents I'm going to take a gap year, and by the end of the year, if my music goes nowhere, then I'll quit and I'll go back to school and I'll do whatever you guys want me to do. But a lot can change in a year, and by the end of the year, my parents, like, honestly, just they come around. They end up coming around, and I think what I've learned is that you don't I know it's really hard, especially because you're young and, like, of course, financially, you need somebody there to support you, but you're still a minor, like, they have to support you, and if they don't, like, that's not okay. Um, and I think that if you come to them logically, instead of saying, "I don't wanna be an engineer, I wanna do this other thing now," you can just be like, "I'm gonna take I'll finish this semester or I'll finish this year, and then next year, I'm gonna take a year off," and you have the autonomy to do that. Like, you can pull yourself out of your classes, and you can just tell them, "I'm gonna try it for a year, I'm gonna try it for 6 months," or you can even tell them, like, "I'm gonna try it for 2 years or for 3 months, and I just wanna put my heart and soul into it and see where it goes, see if it can make me happy. Um, I'm sorry if that makes you upset, but if it really truly goes nowhere, then I will go back to school." I mean, it is about compromise with your parents, especially when you're at that age. That's the way that I went about it. I knew that I would never end up going to uni anytime soon. I might, like, in my 30s or something, or in my late 20s, but I knew I wasn't going to do that. And honestly, logically, if you're going to do something risky and adventurous and um, do something that, like, explore something that you want to do, it's better to do it when you're young than when you're older. And you don't ever want that feeling of what could have been. Like, I should have done it. I should have done this. I should have done that. You don't ever want to regret something like that, especially if and it seems like you're really passionate about it. I mean, it's really difficult because I don't know your family situation. Of course, like, I don't want your parents to be upset with you or anything, and I'm sure you don't either. But all I can say is things work out. Like, one way or another, the universe works itself out. And like, I would say that me not living a streamlined lifestyle that my parents expected of me, that my really Asian parents, immigrant parents expected of me, it did cause a lot of discourse between me and my parents. But that was what, you're 17? That was for me like 4 years ago. Literally the blink of an eye was over. Like, it had passed. Like, it was hard and there were hardships, but I'm 21 now, and my relationship with my parents is better than it has ever been in my life. I thought seriously at one point that I was never going to have a relationship with my parents ever again because they didn't want to support me um, in making music, and they didn't believe in me and stuff like that. But it's really just they want the best for you, and they don't understand that you can explore things without, like, having your life end, and it's an attitude that comes from care, and it's hard to sympathize with them, but just know at the end of the day, like, your parents do care about you, and the reason why they're upset with you is because it comes out of care. And even though it seems unfair, and it is unfair, um like, you have to see it in their way too. Like, they only pushed you to do this thing because they truly believe it's the best for you. But if you believe it isn't the best for you and it's affecting you so negatively, you need to speak up to your parents. You need to tell them, even if you can't say it to them face to face, because there was a long time I couldn't communicate with my parents. I couldn't speak to them face to face because I knew I would just get upset and I wouldn't be able to talk, and then they would get angry, and then I wouldn't be able to say how I really felt. I wrote them a lot of letters. I would write letters, I'd leave them on the table, and they would be so angry and sad. And I would tell them, "I'm gonna stay over at a friend's house. You guys can read this and digest this, and I'll come back in a week." Stuff like that, because it was just too hard. Like, and the thing is, when emotions get really heightened, like your parents are people too, like of course they're going to be upset and not be able to, you know, properly communicate with you. Sorry, that was such a long answer, but the point is things work itself out. If you truly believe in something and you truly are passionate about it, to the best of your ability, I say go for it. For me, when I was studying and doing music at the same time, and I work and do music at the same time now, and it is really exhausting and takes a mental and emotional toll on you. But when you care about something that much, like, and you know you won't give it up, like you shouldn't have to give it up. And even though it's like it's really hard to, like, with money and stuff like that, um to make ends meet and like do that, but also do something like music, which is not lucrative at all for small artists. Like you don't make money, you lose money. But if you love it, like it won't matter, and like you'll make time for it. um uh You can always go back and do uni later. Went when I was 18 and failed. I had undiagnosed ADHD and autism, dropped out, went back a few years later and got a master's in the end. That's an amazing story, Aaliyah. I think that parents tend to forget that uni is there forever. Like you can go whenever you want. Um, I really think that if you come to them with a logical strategy that's like, I will finish this year and then defer my next year. And next year, I'm just going to focus on music. And I want you guys to support me. And if you can't support me, then it will damage our relationship. And I need you to be there for me and believe in me. And if it doesn't work out, I will go back to uni and finish my degree. I think that is reasonable and fair. The problem is everyone tries to rush young people to start, finish, and have a successful career by 18, and it ends up being frustrating and stressing people. I totally agree. I felt that pressure so badly at the end of uni. I was like, I'm gonna be a poor musician forever. But the fact is, like, I'm in my 20s now, I guess. You're not meant to be rich. You're not meant to have a career. Like, you're meant to be figuring out who you are. So I don't care. Like, I don't find it shameful or anything to work retail jobs, to waitress and stuff like that. Like, that's all stuff that I've done and I do now. Like, it's not beneath me at all. Just, you know, to work for money and then to pursue something I love. Like, I think it's brave, and I think that you're really brave. Braver than a lot of people, because a lot of people just go and do what their parents want them to do, and they end up in the middle of nowhere, and they don't have any passion and they don't have any ambition. So I think that if you have passion, you should hold on to it and not let anybody diminish that light, because it is such an important thing to have in life. And I really hope it goes well for you. I know it must be really hard. I'm sorry, that was literally a 30-minute long answer. I've never used that degree, so basically a waste of time and money. Degrees are just for optics at this point. Like, it's just to look good. Some people with the degrees are the stupidest people I know. You don't need a degree to be smart or be sociable or to be passionate or to be creative or anything. Of course, in some fields, like the medical field, you can't get in without a degree. So that's a different story. But yeah, it's me. I'm the one with the degree. It's stupid. No, it's okay. If it makes you feel better, I don't have a degree. So you got something on me there. That was a really long answer. I'm gonna see if I can answer a couple more. I really have to pee. That was really TMI. What do you guys have degrees in? I'm curious. If I ever do go back to uni, I think I would do criminology or forensics or something in literature or history, because that would be so fun and I love those things. I probably would never go to music school because fuck that, but okay. I got a media production degree. So I basically paid 30K to learn to be a YouTuber. Hey, that's so funny. Computing, I'm a coder, but the degree was kind of useless. My brother's also a coder. His degree is also useless. I think a lot of like coding and stuff like that, you just kind of learn it when you learn it, like while you do it. Obviously I don't have firsthand experience, but from what my brothers have told me, and they both code and work in like machine learning and in mechatronics, that they learned most of the things that is imperative to their job while they got their first job and not during school. And I think that's for a lot of occupations. Hi June, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. Cult of Euphoria. What music do you listen to? I listen to a bizarre range of music. I have a big CD collection. It has like, let me see what I can see from here. It's a bit far. Hold on. I'll pick you up. I'm picking you up like a mama bear. Ah! Almost fell. I'll tell you what's in my CD collection. So this is music I like enough to buy CDs for it. I have all the City Girl CDs, Little Comets. What's that? Oh, a band called Pretty Girls Make Graves, Panic at the Disco, Billie Eilish, Paramore. I have to get a bit closer because it is dark in my freaking room. I've got Arctic Monkeys, the 1975. I have Lord, Melanie Martinez, Kylie Rae Jepsen, Troye Sivan, Group Love, Spiderbait, The Velvet Underground, Mac Miller, Bruno Major, all the City Girl CDs. I have an Olivia Rodrigo. I have Taylor Swift. I have Clairo, The Beatles, 21 Pilots, Catfish and the Bottlemen, Blink-182, Bright Eyes, Elliott Smith, The Strokes, more The Strokes. I have so many Strokes CDs. More Little Comets, The Easy Beats, Nick Drake, Peter Bjorn and John, the Presidents of the United States of America, Tame Impala, The Beach Boys, Jackson 5, Nas. What's this one? Joji. That one's Joji. Ariana Grande, SZA, Lauryn Hill, Daniel Caesar, Kanye West. I got it all. But there's a lot of music that I don't obviously own on CDs because, it's kind of a lot of modern music that I don't have. Okay, I started for CS, but I kind of dropped out due to unforeseen circumstances, but I've been messing with video editing and it's pretty cool. I actually think video editing and like filmography is so cool. Like when I was on set for Chemtrails and the other music videos I've shot, I just love the way that they work together, like the AD, the second AD, like they're like rolling, cut. It's just so cool. They're like a little family and they speak a little language that only they understand. And I just think it's really cool. Like, I think it's awesome. See appreciation in chat. Yay! C is an obsession for every Tiffy fan. Every OG Tiffy fan likes C, I think. C for life. I swear C cures depression. I think C creates the depression. I don't think it cures the depression. I was really obsessed with Hoodie when it came out too. It just touched all the right places in my heart. Oh, dude, sometimes I forget I made Hoodie. Like sometimes I forget that's a song that's part of my discography. It was just during such a hectic time in my life, but I do really like that song. I think I've only performed it live one time, which was at my very first shows, the Telenova shows. Okay. I think I know who texted this, but they said, he's being a bitch, and I'm thinking about breaking up with him, but I'm waiting for him to decide on who he wants. But even if he chooses me, I'll probably break up with him. You know what? Valid, because you don't want to ever be feeling like you have to think about if your partner wants you or not. That's crazy. Like if your partner wants somebody else over you, like if it even gets to that, if they even make you feel like that, just throw them out. It's time to take the trash out, babe. It's time to take the I don't know, relationships are so scary to me. I think I've like kind of come to a realization recently that I'm like really afraid of them, and like I think it's better to just be friends with people because relationships are too freaking hard. It's too much work. Drive-by Supremacy, real one. I haven't listened to Drive-by in so long. I actually like the remix a lot more than the original. Yeah, and actually the name Drive-by comes from an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I was watching an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then Terry said something to Santiago. He was like, she was like, "Well, Terry's the one who blah blah blah," and Terry's like, "Whoa, whoa, why the drive-by?" And then I wrote a whole song. I just never heard of it as a little phrase to talk about throwing somebody else under the bus, and I kind of liked it, but I don't tell people, don't go around telling people that it's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine because that is embarrassing for me. But every time I watch that episode or see that episode, it makes me laugh because I remember. Drive By is amazing, but I think I listen more to the chill version. I agree. I think the chill version is great. I think it's really great. I kind of wish I released that as the original. Um, but I didn't. But that's okay. um I have a tummy ache. I ate, what did I eat? I ate Subway. I ate Subway after work. And now my tummy hurts. Embarrassing, I've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine dozens of times by now. Me too. To the point where like when it plays on the TV, I can pretty much just say what they're saying. Should we do an unboxing of the Taco Bell vouchers? I think we should. I don't know how to open it though. Taco Bell. The Good Place. I know my sister likes that show, but I've never watched The Good Place. It's not really my type of humor, I think. Dude, it comes in like Taco Bell wrapping. Whoa, I'm rich. Look at all these vouchers. Oh wait, this is the back of them. That's why it's white. I'm so stupid. Dude, there's so many. Wait, how many vouchers is this? How much money did they give me? $500 in Taco Bell vouchers. I think it's gonna take a couple years for me to use all these vouchers. Because I don't live near a Taco Bell. But that's still amazing. Thank you so much. Feed the Beat, the Syndicate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. They did hook me up. I actually don't know how they found me. But I think they do basically food vouchers for musicians. And it's called Feed the Beat, and I love that. I think there's a Taco Bell in Lisbon. Let me check. It's Jesmond, Blacktown, Albion Park, Ballina, Green Square, Orange, Haymarket, Barangaree, Chatswood, Emerald Hills, Bathurst, and Cessnock. There's Taco Bell here. Oh, Angel, I would give you some vouchers, but they're only valid in Australia. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, there's one at the city and the one kind of closer to my house, but like I don't venture out that way that often. But honestly, I think it's cool. I know it's you. I know it's you. That's what I'm saying. You can't use them because you're not in Australia. Otherwise, I would give them to you. Like I would give some to you. I love Chatswood. I'll hit it up next time I'm there. I haven't been to Chatswood in a long time. I think I've only been there maybe twice in my life. But like, what is that? I know there's a lot to do in Chatswood. It's like the rich Asian area, but I live in the poor Asian area. I don't live with the rich Asians. I'm scared. I'm scared of them, to be honest. And Chatswood is so far away from like everything. Well, I guess not, but it's really far away from me. Like it would be like an hour and something commute, like maybe like an hour and 45-minute commute. Too long. Too freaking long. Oh, I also wanted to say thank you to everyone who came to the Fairfoot Festival. It was so fun to see you there. I forgot to tell you. So our best friend Fico was talking to me with his friend, and this tiny little girl, like I'm thinking like maybe 8 years old, 9 years old. She comes up to me. She was like, "Oh, you were so great." And she's so small. I'm like bending down to hear her because her sound waves like aren't reaching my ears. And then she was like, "You're so great. Like, what's your name?" Like, what? She's like, "Do you have Spotify?" Like, I thought she was gonna have a little phone so I could like type it in for her, but she didn't. So I was like, "Oh," I put out my phone. I'm like, Do you want me to show you? I can just show you on my screen, and then you can go home and like look it up." And she just does this. She goes like this. And I was like, "What? What is this? Huh?" And she's like, "Oh, just write it. Just write your name on me." And I was like, "Huh? Huh?" And Figo just asked me to sign his jumper, so I was like, "Can I borrow your pen?" And then I wrote on this tiny little girl's arm my name. It felt kind of crazy. I asked her like, "Are your parents okay with this?" Because when I was younger, my parents would like be upset with me if I like wrote it myself. Bye, Leah. Have a good time at work. But that was just such a strange experience. When's your next? You got food poisoned? Oh no. When's your next gig booked? I'm opening for Mora at Vivid. It is a free show. So come and see me, come and see me. Come. It will be really, really fun. Hopefully I will have some stickers to throw. I have not been doing that at my recent shows just because they've been small, but hopefully there'll be heaps of people. There's heaps of people at Vivid, right? Or has it like gotten really unpopular recently? I don't know. I'm kind of scared every time I do a show that nobody will be there. It'll literally be me and 2 people. It's really awkward. Yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking. I'm scared. I'm scared. I gotta go to Australia just to see Tiffy one day. Lots of families. But I swear so much in my music. And the thing is, every time I do like council shows or like whatever, they never tell me to not swear. So, and all my songs have swear words in them. Like pretty much all of my songs have swear words in them. So I just swear. And also I talk about very like kind of crazy subject matter in my music. Like even in my like in Heartbreaker Club, I'm talking about drugs. Well, I'm not. The song isn't about drugs, but I say the word drugs. So, so sometimes I feel a bit scared because there's like kids there, and I don't want them to like listen to bad music. Well, not bad music, but like, I just get worried about the children. I don't want to. Affect the children if their parents like don't wanna don't want them to listen to swear words. Especially because I look so undiscerning. I think parents come and think that I'm gonna be like a super family friendly act. Uh, especially my newer music, like the ones I do at my shows, my unreleased stuff. It's all very dark and sad. Um, Welcome home from work. Usually really cold. Oh, bring back the family friendly old discography. Fuck no. Fuck no. I love swearing. It's just part of my vocabulary. I swear like a sailor. At this point, my parents don't even care that I swear. Like when I was little, I used to be like, "What the hell?" And they would scream at me and be like, "Don't say hell." Or I'd be like, "Oh my God." And they'd be like, "Don't say that ever again." And I'll just swear openly in front of them. I never swear at them, don't get me wrong. And I don't swear during our normal conversations, but like when they're at my shows and they hear me swear, like they don't tell me off for it anymore because I think I'm too old and they know that it's part of my music now. Cause I just swear so much. And one of my old primary school teachers, he plays his music during my music during his class, and he's like, "Oh, this is my old student." And honestly, shout out Mr. West. He was my year 5 teacher, and I was bullied a lot in primary school, like getting my head flushed, things thrown at me. I don't know, like a lot of stuff. And I had no friends, but he was my homie. Mr. West was my homie. He introduced me to a band that he loves, called Group Love. Still one of my favorite bands to this day. He would let me stay inside the classroom during lunchtimes and recesses because I did not want to go outside into the playground. And he plays my music in his classroom sometimes. he Instagram messaged me recently and was like, "Oh, like, congratulations, blah, blah, blah," but she was like, "Could you make, like, clean versions? Because I can't play any of your songs anymore, like, I only have, like, a couple songs I can play, and it's all from your old stuff." Yeah, I don't know, maybe I should make non-explicit versions, but the thing is, like, I think that the swearing, I mean, I don't swear just for no reason. Um, it is definitely part of my vocabulary by now since I'm an old lady, but I think I swear for emphasis. If I don't need to swear in a song, I won't, but yeah. Honestly, I'm still a bit sick. Do small venues scare you? I feel the intimate concerts are fun, but for the performer, I'd be so intimidated. I work 7 times harder at a small venue than I do at a big venue because um I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable or like really awkward while watching me. So I try my best to make everybody feel comfortable and that I'm trying really hard. Um at bigger venues, it's less intimidating because yes, there are a lot of people, but you can't really see anybody. Like normally the lights make them really dark or you can kind of just see the front row. But at intimate shows, it's really scary because you can see everybody's faces and everybody's like reaction and everybody like you can read their thoughts on their face. But in big crowds, everyone is just kind of like a big mess, so you can't really see anything. But I just feel very judged at small shows, so I feel like I have to try really hard. How nice is it to have your family come to your shows? Yeah, my dad came to my recent show. Um, my parents are quite supportive actually, especially like and my siblings. My siblings come to a lot of my shows. Pretty much all of them, and my best friends come. My bestie Angel, who's in the chat, she comes to all of the shows that she can when she's in Australia. My other friends, who I'm still close with, they come when I have like a big show. Like for example, my very first show, it was in freaking Wollongong, and they drove down to Wollongong to see me. They bought me flowers. They come to my bigger shows, which is totally fine. Like I have no problem with that, but it's really sweet to that my siblings always want to support me. Every time my brother finds out I'm doing a show, he messages me and he's like, "Why didn't you tell me? Why are you hiding it from me?" I'm like, "I'm not. It's free knowledge. It's on Instagram if you want to go look." But he doesn't have an Instagram, so he feels like I'm hiding it from him. Um, yeah, it's really sweet. It's really sweet. I think my mom came to my very first show as well, and she bought me flowers too. Like my family bought me flowers. So it's so sweet. Asian parents can be supportive in very funny little ways. Yeah, my dad never says like good job, but he's like not bad, like good turnout. He's like actually a lot of quite a lot of people there kind of vibes. But I know they're proud of me for trying my best. I'm sure that they would prefer me wear clothes that weren't mini skirts and not swear, but they don't bring it up. So shout out to all the teachers who let the outcast kids eat in their classrooms. So real. I think so many teachers saved me so many times because school was such a lonely time for me and I didn't have a lot of friends. And like I got along better with teachers than I did students because I'm on the spectrum. So it just was hard for me to relate to kids my age because I just felt really different from them and they always told me I was different as well. I never felt like I was different until all of the kids kept telling me I was different and then I felt really different. Um yeah, and Mr. Les was one of the best teachers in my life. Like he really impacted my life a lot. Like years after, he actually emailed me and he was like, "Tiff, I'm so proud of you. I always knew that you were going to do something great with your life. I always like hoped and hoped and wished that you would go for music and pursue it. I'm so glad you did it." Blah, blah, blah. He has kids. They're so sweet. Like I get to see pictures on Instagram. His wife is a beautiful storybook illustrator, like a children's storybook illustrator, and she is an amazing artist. I still have my teacher brought his wife in one of the days in school to meet her and talk about her book and because she's an actual storybook illustrator, so that's like a really cool like profession for like kids to meet. especially in like a creative field for like kids that like to draw and stuff or like write. And I remember I got her autograph on a piece of paper, and I still have that piece of paper. Like, I will never let it go. Like, I still have everything. I still have the card that he gave to me at the end of year 5 um when he left, because he ended up leaving and transferring. When I went to a different class, he gave me a card. I still have that card. I kept everything. He was such a special teacher, and he really put up with me, especially because I was definitely a bit of a weird kid. Now, in hindsight, I definitely did and said some things that were not appropriate for me to say as a child, but he was very mature, and he never let me go, like, he never let me live out my delusions. Like, I was very like weird, and I said weird things, but he never like made me feel weird. He just kind of like moved the conversation along, which is, I really appreciate that. Dad experience so real. I think everyone has the same dad somehow. Everybody in the world has the same dad. Oh, sorry. Jeez. How do you finish songs? To me, I always get discouraged and never end up completing anything, which continues the cycles of disappointment. Like I kind of said before, there are some songs that I finished super quickly, and there are some songs that took me years to finish, like Selfish, which is on Dating Pool. I wrote that shit when I was 13. I released it last year when I was 20. So it took me 7 years for me to finish that song. The song was already written in its entirety. I just knew that I wanted it to be bigger and better because I just played it on the guitar into a little, like, into my phone when I was a kid. And I knew I wanted it to be like, because I love the song so much, I wanted it to be special and sound great. And it took me 7 years to finish that song. Not finish writing it, but to finish making that song. So sometimes you just gotta put some shit away or come back to it later, like, especially if it's really special to you. Will you sign my Dating Pool cassette? Of course I'll sign it. If you guys tell me to sign anything, bitch, I'll sign it. If you have a pen and a thing to sign, I'll sign it. I'll probably never say no to that. Do you think you found your sound as an artist, or do you want to keep exploring different styles and genres? Right now I'm definitely in like a little pop rock era. Definitely using influences from rock. But I think after this era, I'll probably lean back into some pop stuff. I don't think I will ever really go back to bedroom pop, but I do love pop music. So I think I will always stay around the pop, rock, and indie territory. So that's like the 3 kind of categories. Have I found my sound? No. Like, do I have a definitive sound like Clairo or Lana Del Rey or Billie Eilish does? No. And that is a problem because it is easier to market yourself when you have like a brand. But the thing is, I love different kinds of music so much. So it's really hard. And like, I think that I'm good at writing indie music, and I'm good at writing rock music, and I'm good at writing pop music. I'm so conceited. I'm good at all this stuff. No, and then like, I enjoy it, and I have written good songs in those genres. Obviously not every song I write is a hit. Trust me, some of them are fucking awful. But I love writing it. Like, it brings me joy to write in those genres. So it's really hard to like find a sound, especially when I had a sound which was like bedroom pop, and then I completely whoop 180 on that. Sign my forehead? Okay, maybe I won't sign your face or something. That feels crazy. I don't want to like put marker on people's skin. I have like a fear from when I was a child when like my parents would get mad at me. How do you get connections to producers and other artists? I live in a small city. Tell you what, I didn't meet a single person in real life to make music with until last year. And by then, I'd been making music for 8 years. So you don't need to know people in real life. Like, all of the songs before, all of the songs up to Dating Pool. No, all of the songs before Chemtrails, minus Selfish, I wrote completely online. I did it through Discord. I did it through Dropbox links. I basically found people's music who I liked on SoundCloud, like small artists that I liked on SoundCloud, who normally like check Instagram, check SoundCloud, check their Twitter and stuff for people who talk to them. I found people I liked who were small or had the same amount of followers as me. Like people with when I had 10 followers, I was talking to people with other people with 10 followers. I wasn't talking to people who had 500 or like a million. Um and you build a community that way. They'll introduce you to their friends, you'll introduce them to your friends. Um I say SoundCloud is a go. I think SoundCloud or YouTube, like small artists or even Spotify, because people link their Instagrams and stuff and you can just DM them. Like it's really, and even if they don't reply, it doesn't matter. I will tell you that when I was a child on SoundCloud, I straight up DM'd Clairo for a collab. Because back then she only had bubblegum out, and me and her had a similar amount of followers. Obviously it was crazy in hindsight because I was literally like 13, so that's not happening, but it doesn't hurt to try is what I'm saying. Like obviously she never replied to me. That would be crazy, but it doesn't hurt to try. Like yes, it's kind of cringe that I did that, but also I was 13, like I didn't know any better. There's other people that you'll message and you'll be really surprised that people like are willing, because even small artists who message me now, when they ask to collab, I generally say no because I'm doing my own thing. But if they ask me for feedback on music, like I'll listen to it. Like obviously not all the time because I don't have all the time in the world. But if they ask me for things, generally I'll try my best to do it for them. Like if they ask me my opinion and stuff like that, like if I have time, then I'll share it with them. It's not like you just have to reach out to people. The worst that can happen is they don't reply or they say no. Who cares? Just move on. Do you think I'm beaten down day by day because I texted Clara, because I DM'd Clara on SoundCloud when I was 13? No, I'm not beat down by it at all. How do you take your art serious? I find myself being too critical of my art and then start to think it's corny. Baby, you're asking the wrong person, because I think my entire discography is fucking corny. Apart from like chemtrails, I think everything is fucking corny. I wish I could just delete it off the internet forever. Obviously, I'm proud of it because it's my work and it's the work of who I was when I was younger, but to have things on the internet, like to have a song I wrote when I was 13 be my top listened to song as a 21-year-old is just sometimes it's a little upsetting because it's like this shit's so fucking corny. But I think you just sometimes just have to appreciate it for what it is. If you end up not liking it, like it doesn't matter. Every single artist has pieces of work or songs or books that they've written that they don't like. That's just the nature of art. But other people find value in it. So like I would never take down the songs that I have up, even though I want to so badly, because I know that there are people out there who love it and would be really sad, and I don't want to do that to them. Yeah. Okay. I have to pee. But it's been an hour. Ooh. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I think I'm going to get going now because I am sleepy and I need to pee. But please text in. The number is below. You can text me anything you want, and I'll answer them next week. Next week's stream will be on a Wednesday, not on a Tuesday, because I have rehearsals. Yeah. Love you guys. Love. Wait, did I do that? Oh my gosh. Love you guys. Bye, Flowery. Bye, Techno Poppy. Oh my god. How am I doing this? Wait, how do I do it? Actually scared me. Bye. Bye, Shin. Bye, Sulky. Bye, Nova. Bye, Fico. I'll see you guys in my Discord. I'll keep texting you guys though.